Good morning, my lovelies. And we're here again with the devotional of discerning your calling, giftings. As we have seen, identifying our passions are key in the process of discerning our calling. But passion without competence is worthless. In Romans 12:6, Paul said, "Since we have gifts that differs according to the grace given to us, each of us is to exercise them accordingly." We have largely ignored this verse in the church today, choosing to define calling as simply what we are really passionate about, rather than the intersection of both our passions and giftings. Our work won't feel like a calling until we imagine it as a service to our caller and the world. It's impossible to serve someone well if you aren't gifted at your craft. You may be really passionate about wanting to fly an airplane, but if you've never been to flight school, you won't be serving others by taking the control in the cockpit. You may really want to be an entrepreneur, but if you've never started multiple companies and having consistently lost investors' money and laid off employees, are you really serving others through your chosen work? In order to best glorify our Creator and serve others, we should do the work we are best at, work that God has equipped us to do exceptionally well. In her classic essay, Why Work?, renowned British novelist Dorothy Sayers said, "The church approach to an intelligent carpenter is usually confined to exhorting him not to be drunk and disorderly in his leisure hours, and to come to church on Sundays." What the church should be telling him is this: that the very first demand that his religion makes upon him is that he should make good tables. Nobody starts their career knowing what they will be exceptionally good at. We learn what gifting God has given us through continual trial and error. Individual failures doesn't necessarily mean that we aren't gifted and called to a particular line of work. But if we are to glorify God and serve others through our vocations, we should be in a continual process of analyzing where our passion and giftings align. It is that intersection that brings us one step closer to discerning our calling. And our scripture reading for this devotional is taken from Romans 12:6. "Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith." And next scripture reading is taken from 1 Corinthians 12:4-6. "Now there are diversities of gift, but the same Spirit, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord, and there are diversities of operations, but is the same God which worketh all in all." And that brings us to the end of this devotional. I hope you were blessed. Do have a safe journey on our nation's road, and I'll see you at the next appointed date and time once God spare lives. Guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more devotionals.